Not you. Uh, so everyone is able to hear my voice, right? Hello.
Yes.
So hi team. I hope you guys can see my screen and able to hear me. Uh, okay. So in the last class, so basically we discussed until the Git merge conflicts and Git rebase concepts. So where Git merge is like when you have multiple branches and if you wanna merge your change, there you will use the Git merge. So if I come here into my repository, I have multiple branches. Like if I have made some changes in my newest branch, if I want to push my change to main branch, so this is called merging. So when I'm trying to merge, then only I will face some issues. If I have anything changed in main branch. So in that case, what we have to do, I have discussed with you guys in the last class. And git rebase and merge both looks like same. So basically, git merge is like merging to this branch uh, everything, like you're merging everything from the newest branch to main branch, but coming to rebase it's like adding the individual commit. So there is a difference. So git base is not pretty much used in your day-to-day tasks, so there is nothing much to worry there. Today I'm gonna discuss with you guys a concept called git stashing. So what I can say is I have opened my new project, uh, first repo. So like I said, I'm using Visual Studio Code. For opening a repository, I'll go here and I'm inside my Git project folder where I'm keeping all my repositories at the one place. You guys can see here. Okay. So if you want to work on any repository, we'll just go and click here. So I'm currently already inside a first repo. So I'm inside these files. I'm having 5 files here. Okay. So if I want to start work from here, let me show you one example. Before that, like I said, Git branch. Always try to check in which branch I am. I'm in the new test branch here. Okay. So Git push. So basically this Git, I'm having 3 branches visible here. So let me zoom this. So I'm having 3 branches here. Only these 2 branches were included in GitHub repository. If I go here into the GitHub repository, I can see only 2 branches here. The reason why I haven't seen new hyphen test branch here is I haven't I haven't pushed that branch into the GitHub repository until now. So to push that new branch which we have created, you guys may think like, hey, I just created git checkout dash branch and branch name, and I'm trying to commit my changes in my own branch, but why it's not happening? So there, what you have to do, you have to git push it. Like you're pushing the files and modification inside your repository, you have to push your branches also there. So git push. You can simply take the command from here, copy, paste. See, the new branch have been push to your repo. If you can refresh this, you can find 3 branches here. So we have pushed our new changes to our repository. Okay. So let me discuss about git stashing, what git stashing is. So we have 5 files here. You want to do individual modifications to some tetra.txt file. Basically, that's not important, or maybe that's not needed for now. But you felt like that change is necessary. But your manager or team lead told you to modify this file on priority. So before that, already have made some modifications to do tetra.txt, like Broadway, something, saved it. So when you come to here with status, remember you are doing your changes in new test branch. Always try to remember your path of the project and the repository and then your branch name. So if you get status here, there is a file saying git modified tetra.txt. If you go to this txt file, if you want to add twinkle little, So this is the file you need to modify. Okay. What happens is git status, if you run, it would say you have two modified files. Here, what you can do is, for example, your team lead said, hey, modify the print.python file. So if you are pushing and committing, adding, committing your changes, these changes will also may get pushed along with that. For example, you only need changes in printer.python code. You don't need these changes to be pulled to main branch now currently. So you already did some work. You don't want to unsave that. You want to save that somewhere so that you can work on it later. At that time, you can use git stash. For example, you can run git stash. If you run git status now, it is saying nothing to commit, work tree is clean. The reason is, so basically what git status should show, it should show you, hey, you have two modified files, but it is not showing you because you have saved these changes somewhere, but you are not applying this change. So git stash we basically use when we wanna do modifications and save it somewhere and wanna use it a little while after our main works have been done. So if you wanna apply this change again, so for example, let me modify this one. Which one? Print.py. So I'm just copy pasting this new line. Control S. Okay, Control S. So if I run git status, it is showing only this file, not that modified file. It is showing only modified file print.py, not the old modified files. Clear? Even if I git add all the files inside this repository, git commit with message, Python file got modified. So what I should do, git push my change to, remember, git push origin main I used to give previously, but now I will push my change to my own branch, new test branch. You guys can push your own change to your own name branches. I can name this as Abdul branch. I can push this change from local to a remote repository to my own branch there also. And then if my team lead accepts,
రేపు
then only I'll
స్కూల్లో
merge
సెక్కాలి
with the master or main branch there. I can even merge it locally. Even in my local machine, I
ఓకే నా
can
క్లాస్
merge
స్టార్ట్ అయింది
from
బాయ్
okay, I can merge this.
బాయ్ బాయ్ రా
Hmm.
బాయ్ నిగమా సీ యూ టు నైట్
Okay. Uh, so I can push this change to my main branch also locally. If I'm doing locally, I don't face any issues when I'm working in remote repository if I have merge conflicts. But if I'm pushing here only with to my main branch and repository, maybe in browser I will face the conflicts. You understood, right? For example, if there is any issue in your local branch, if you're trying to merge with main branch where main is already refreshed, main is having new content, you will face merge conflicts locally. You will resolve it locally. If you are pushing your change to your own branch, there you may face merge conflicts also. So git push origin, I want to send it to new test dash branch. See, try to understand. In print.py, I have three lines here. Okay, I have pushed that. If I want to go to main branch, I can just simply click here. I'm going to my main branch. If you can see in main branch, I have only two lines because the change that happened is in my local branch, not main branch. Okay, you got your change here. So when you come to repository, it is automatically showing you, hey, new test branch had recent pushes 1 second ago. Compare and pull request. It is saying you, um inside one of this branch change has been happened. Compare it. Compare with what? Compare with main branch or any other branches and create a pull request. Make a pull request so that your manager, team leads, anyone will see that. Once they felt like, okay, this guy's branch change is good, we can merge it with main, then only they will merge. Then go compare what it is saying. See, it is clearly saying Python file got modified. From here you can simply say some modifications like third line got added here. It is saying there are no conflicts. You can merge it. So basically, I am the owner here. So I can merge the request. So basically, when you're working in a IT company, so what happens is you will be when you clicked on create pull request, you will be getting a pull request number /3. If you can see here, you will paste this link to your team lead or any team member. Once they will accept, then only your pull request get accepted. That will be getting merged once they your team lead or someone given you approved that link. But here you are the owner, I am the owner. That's why it's not asking me any, it's not showing me any issues here. So I can confirm merge. So if I come here in my first repository, I can see that modification here. I got it right? Okay. So what I'm trying to do is clear. Now, if you can see in main branch, still there are 2 lines in your local machine. 3 lines got added in your browser but not locally because your local machine is not up to date. This is what I try to say. Always try to run git pull. Git pull always pulls the new things items from the remote repository to your local machines. If not, that may throw you some issues in the future. See, if you can see here, there are still two files modified. Next time, if your manager said or team lead said after fourth day, they will say, "Hey, do some copy paste of the print this file into the number 7 or number sixth line." There is already 3 lines in the browser. He is seeing 3 lines, but you are seeing only 2 lines here because your remote repository, I mean your local repository, is not up to date. In that case, you will just run git pull. See, it pulled new item. Now you can see 3 lines here. So this is how it is pulling the new data from the internet. Let's move to the newest branch. This is the third branch. I hope you all guys know how I'm creating branches. Git checkout, branch, and branch name there. Branch name here. This is how I'm creating branches, and it will automatically check out into your branch. If you want to check in which branch you are when you are working, just make sure in to run this command. It will show you, hey, you are currently into this branch. So I'm currently in this branch. Okay. So what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to add comma. This is print, control save, and get status. Sorry, get status, get add, get add what? So it is saying by get commit. Even if you don't give message, it will commit, but the commit is for our own reference here. Modified file. Git push
the consonants.
origin. Git push origin new test branch. Unable to show some changes because since failed to push some changes to references, updates were rejected at the tip of your current branches behind. So, see, when I'm trying to push change from here to my local repository, it is saying me the message in new test branch, not fast forwarded, error, failed to push some references to this repository. It is saying we are unable to push this change from your local machine to the repository because updated were rejected because the tip of your current branch is behind. It is saying you are behind. That means your branch is behind. See, in main branch it is updated because we have git pulled it. But inside your individual branches also it should be updated. It is not updated in your own branch also. Always keep in mind. Just not pulling your main branch components is important. Pulling your items from your local repository from branch to branch is also important. So it is saying this branch is not up to date. Run git pull command to pull the changes. See, it is asking me commit message, insert new lines, edit, escape. This is basically VI Studio Code, which I'm using. Okay, use origin. Yeah. So it wrote my changes to the repository. So it is saying to GitHub, my repository name, first name to the new test branch. So new file modifications have been pushed to my own branch. So what I'm trying to say was, when you are, like I said, when you started working, you should pull every new change from the repository to your local machine. Not only pulling to the main branch is important, pulling to your individual branches is also important there. Okay, let me clear this and let me go to the browser. If I go to my first repo, it is saying in your new test branch, there are some modifications made. Compare and pull request it. If I go here, it would show you. See, compare from new branch and move it to main. What new files have been added? Uh, print.py file got modified. You'll create pull request and you'll send this request to your manager. He will see the changes. Then only once he felt like there are no issues, then he will merge it. So intentionally, I have created a conflict here to make you understand. I intentionally created a issue for you guys here so that you will understand what is merge conflict clearly. Previously, I have made some modifications in my own branch and my main branch is not updated. Then I tried to merge it with the main branch. You face the conflict. Here, I intentionally tried to do in my repository. So real time in when you're working, you will face like this only, not in your local repository. So it is saying, hey, when you're trying to merge this new test branch to the main branch, when you're trying to merge this, you can't automatically merge. This branch has some conflicts, fightings, debates that should be resolved first, then only I can merge this. What are those conflicts? You can just click resolve conflicts here. So it is saying, see, this is my Python file. It is saying new test branch. In new test branch, it is saying this line, this is print. And in main branch, see, these two are separate. These two are separate. It is saying in new test branch, it is saying to write line like this. In main branch, it is saying to write lines like this in two lines. Which one I should keep? So it is a fight between two branches. So it is saying, hey, what I should do? Which file I should keep? So your team lead seen this file. He felt like this is good. This is not good. Even it is in the main branch. It is he may felt like, hey, this is not good. Maybe this would be good. Okay. So what you will do in that case? You will just come here. See, I want this line. I would say, I want this line. I kept this line. He shown me two changes there. New branch is saying this, main branch is saying this. Which one you want? I kept the lines of the new test branch. So I'll keep this as mark as resolved. And I'm committing merge. So I'm merging this new change to the main. Okay. Merge pull request. Confirmed merge. Merge have been completed. If you go to the first repo, if you go to the print.py, this line is accepted in main branch. So you understood merge conflict item, right? So merge conflict is nothing but when there are some lines you are modifying to the lines in the main branch. If those are not up to date or you are doing some modifications, it would give you conflict. Hey, in main branch it is there, this one, and in your new branch you are saying do this modification, which one I should keep? That would ask you. So merge conflict is not a complex one. Many people get confused like, hey, I got merge conflict, what I should do? Nothing. You just discuss with your team, collaborate with your team. You just have to discuss which lines are good to keep it. So once you felt like there is a collaboration happened, you guys felt like this line looks good, you will keep that line and you will remove the line which you don't need. Just you will merge conflict, resolve the merge conflict. You don't have to resolve merge conflict from the browser itself. You can resolve it locally also. I don't know on Wednesday how many people seen it. Locally also, I got merge conflicts. If I want to merge my change, for example, I have new test branch here, right? This is print. This is new test branch. Okay. If I did some change here, this is print f. Okay. If I want to merge this new test branch with the main branch, what I should do? Migrate changes. Okay. Okay. So I'm inside this main branch. If I want to merge my branch, I have to just give command git merge. Which branch you have to merge with main? Git merge. Which branch? I can give my any of my branch name. New test branch. See, when I try to merge, there is nothing difference here. Here I am doing everything locally. This is local merge conflict. Inside my machine, I have main branch and my own branch also. So when I'm trying to merge my change from the my own branch to main branch, it is showing conflict here. In browser also, it is showing there. So it depends if you are getting your merge, if you are trying to resolve your merge conflicts locally or from the repository, it depends. So when I try to merge, git merge with new test branch, it is saying it will automatically try to auto merge, but it is saying conflict. Hey, I got a fight. What is that? Merge conflicts in print.python file. What is that conflict? Merge conflict failed. Fix conflicts and then commit the result. First solve the problem and then go to, move on to next step. So when I try to open and see what is that conflict, so Visual Studio Code is very good platform that would show you everything clearly. It is saying head. Head in the sense the latest commit or the what I can say, main branch one, the item, it is saying in that the current change in the main branch was these two lines. And there is a separation and it is saying in new test branch, incoming change. This is the new line added, incoming one. Previous one is this is incoming. Which one I should do? If I click on accept current change, it will just keep one line. Try to understand. There are two lines already. There is already one line. So it is saying below this line, you want to keep this one or this one. I'm saying accept current change this one. So it is taking this two. I'm doing control Z. If I'm saying accept incoming change, it would keep this one. It is keeping new line. If I do control Z, if I say accept both changes, this will keep the file modifications from there and here also. Control S. Control git add dot git commit sm message files merge git push origin main. Okay. Again, it is giving me issue because I'm not trying to git pull every time. So you have to git pull every time. In the repository, I'm doing many modifications. I'm showing examples here. It is saying, hey, there you have did some modifications. Before the when I'm trying to show you this example, before this I have went into the repository and I have merged some merge, I have resolved some merge conflicts, right? So my main branch got modified. It is saying, hey, your main branch got modified. Pull that change first and then do modifications. See, these are the new lines now again. So I can do accept incoming change, control save, mm, eh, control save, git add dot, git commit, files modified, git push, origin main. This is how merge conflicts getting resolved in both local machine and your browser face. So basically, guys, I tried to explain you guys with many Linux commands, which I tried to show you the pwd command, clear command, list command, all these commands. And I tried to explain you the stashing, which means like when you wanna do some change which is not needed now, and if you wanna do modification for another file, and if you wanna resume the current change which you already done, you can use git stash there. And these are the merge conflicts and the concept of creating branches from Visual Studio Code. Like I have shown you, you can create branches from here. Basically, you can create branches from your browser also. If you go here, it would say find or create a branch. You can create branches also from here. But basically, this is not the practice we do basically. We can create branches from here. We can create files inside that, and we can add content also. We can create merge. I mean, we can merge content also from here. But when you are working in a practical environment, we will all keep our files in the local machine and we'll do the modifications there, and then only we'll push the items to the main branch. But still, you guys can create your own branch inside the repository. You guys can push your changes to the main branch. Only when your manager accepts or team lead accepts, then only your changes get merged to the main branch there. So don't get confused with these branching concepts. In older versions, it would show you the master, and in new versions, it would show you the main. So the advantages of GitHub repository also I can show you here. So if I see pull requests, there are no pull requests here because my pull request got merged. I mean, when I try, pull requests are basically created to showcase what's the changes have been made to your team lead or someone. What is the things that you're gonna modify and explanation for that. Once those get resolved, you won't find anything here. Okay. And coming to the code, if you see, if you open any file, if you can go to history, see, the beauty of Git is it is called as version control because everything get tracked. Every version will also get tracked. You will be having modifications, and then a version got created. You can revert back to the older version. You can move forward to the new version. There can be multiple things happen. See, it is saying on June 13th you have created the Python file. 20 minutes ago, you have made a change, Python file got modified. Again, 30 minutes ago, modified this file. Again, 8 minutes ago, you have merged this new branch into the main branch. So when you're working with team, when you got a confusion, what are the files previous guy made? For example, somebody said, hey, do some modification in print.py file. You didn't understood why this some line got added in the print.py. For example, if you see somebody added this code, you didn't understood why he added, or you may face some issue. What you can do, you can simply go to the history. You can check when this file the item got added, by whom this guy added 14 minutes ago, and this is the commit message name there. And you can copy the commit message. You can, like I said, you can get the information about the commit, okay, by running the git log commands. If I open this commit, see, if I am opening this commit, it is not opening me print.py file. It is opening that commit change. In that commit, what I did, when I'm working at that commit stage, I have modified this. See, this minus indicates you have removed this file, and plus you have added this file by removing the old and adding this new one. So from here, you can understand, okay, this guy have modified this content. If I come here, what I can observe here, you can observe here I haven't removed any line. I have added a new line here that indicates with the plus symbol. So whenever you got some modification in file, you guys can compare it in the history. So you guys can modify or discuss, and then you can do modifications. So this is how the history helps in the GitHub. Um, and I believe these are the major concepts I want to cover. So I have all these recordings kept with me. Once I upload this to the cloud, I will share you guys this all recorded links. So basically, I'm having some issue with uploading these items, but I'll try to upload these items and send you the links as soon as possible, keeping everything in a single folder. Um, this is what I want to do. Thank you. So you guys can practically implement these items also. If you got any issues, please let me know. And there are many concepts like flags inside this. So when you're working here, when you guys working here, git add, like I'm for adding entire items, I'm giving dot, and dash u will help you to upstream, like it would send anything to the upstream to the remote one. uh, this m gives you the message. So there are many items here. So still there are many concepts you can still explore in the Git or GitHub. And not only GitHub is used widely. You guys, many people will use Bitbucket also. You guys will use Azure repositories. When I'm working, I utilize Azure repositories. There, I won't be having anything like maintaining any other GitHub repo. I will be using the Azure repository. So what is Azure repository or Bitbucket? So these are just basic repositories where I'm keeping my data. That necessary should, there is no mandatory thing like you should only keep in GitHub, or you just have to keep in Bitbucket. You just have to keep in Azure repositories. So Git is important. Git, learning Git and how Git works, what are the stages of Git, and how you are pushing and pulling your changes, and how you are retrieving data, how you are merging the items, what are the conflicts you are getting, and Git stashing. All these items are like small items. Like you don't have to necessarily what I can say, you don't have to worry much about very small concepts in the Git items, because some items are helpful to make your work easy, like Git stashing, and many other commands are there. Git ignore also, when dot git ignore also is there. I have discussed it on Friday. So dot ignore, what it does, for example, you are doing multiple files. For example, you have a tetra folder. Inside the tetra folder there are multiple files. You want to ignore some files, you don't even need the ones. If you are, for example, if you are pushing your git tetra folder, everything inside the tetra is getting committed. But inside tetra, you folder, you don't want some of the files to get pushed. So you guys can add those file names in the git ignore. So these are the, like this, there are many small concepts, so you don't have to worry. Whenever you need, you can explore it from the internet. You guys can work on it. So basically I want to cover some concepts like how git works, what is working directory, what is stage. From working directory, we will keep our files to the stage. Once in stage, you guys can go back and move forward. Once you guys committed to do some file change, you will keep it into the commit, and from then it will get stored into the .git repository. From there, uh, you will git push it to the master. And then basically when you are working with the multiple employees, you guys will create your own branches, and you will do your own modifications in your own branches. And once everything is good, you will modify your files and merge it with the main branch. If you guys any issues, that would be merge conflicts. Once you got merge conflicts, what you should do, you guys understood what's the basic concept now. So I would say practice it more, so you guys will understand it more. If you're listening, you will easily forget this. So practice with some small examples. Even I haven't gave you bigger codes. I can take bigger codes or also for your references, but I don't want to confuse you guys. That's why I always try to add some lines, resolve some merge conflicts with the simple lines. Only today I just try to take this file just to compare and show off like what are the file modifications and how it shows when you try to compare, uh, how it indicates the new line got added or modified. If you come here, see, this is the new files got modified. When I went to history, when I'm trying to see this file, see, this is how it shows. So basically, you guys can modify this also. If you want to see this change line by line, if you want to check this change parallelly also, you can do some modifications. So yeah, these are all the primary and basic concepts I want to cover. I'll try to keep you the recordings by today night. Yeah, that's it. If you guys want me to cover any other concepts, if I got many recommendations, I can still cover them. Thank you guys. Tomorrow, from tomorrow, I will start on Zira or Confluence, the items. Thank you.
Thank you.